in the backyard.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome if you're new. Today we're going to be doing the 50 questions tag. It's not a bookish tag, it's just a general tag. I was tagged by Jem, and I think it was only Jem that tagged me. I think. There's been a couple of tags going around that I need to catch up on, so I think it was just Jem that tagged me. If it wasn't, I apologise, but we're just gonna dive straight in so you can get to know a little bit more about me. So, first question, what's your favourite candle scent? I like fruity scents, generally. Mostly sort of like strawberry, blueberry, those kinds of scents. If this, I can't really do citrusy, because like strong scents like lemon can maybe give me a headache. I do make exceptions, because one of my favourite scents in my diffuser is lavender. But again, it depends on the strength. The diffuser, I can gauge myself how strong to make it. It's just if it's not an overpoweringly strong scent, lavender is great. It helps me sleep as well. So generally fruity, but lavender is also up there as well. Number 2, which female celebrity do you wish was your sister? I'd probably say Jennifer Lawrence for this one. She seems so funny, and I would think we'd just have a right laugh. I also really like Millie Bobby Brown. She's just great. I watched her in Enola and Enola Holmes too. She's just, I've seen her in interviews, she's just great. Which male celebrity do you wish was your brother? I'd probably say for this, Kevin Hart. He is, again, hilarious. I've seen him in so many films, I've seen his stand-up. He's just a joyous person to watch, so that'd be great. Next, how old do you think you'll be when you're married? I don't know. I don't know if I want to get married. I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm genuinely not that asked about it at the moment. Number 5, do you know someone who's a hoarder? Yes, me. I hoard, just ignore the books. I hoard things like old Christmas cards. I've only just recently got rid of Christmas cards that I got when I was like 16 and 21. I'm 35 now. Yeah, that's bad. I hoard notebooks. I buy notebooks just because they're pretty, and then I don't use them. I get collections of things. I've got a massive collection of cross stitches and threads that I haven't used in years, probably. I tried to start again last year and it just didn't work. So, number 6, can you do the splits? Yes, if I stretch, I can. You won't think I'd be able to, but I can. 7, how old are you when you learn to ride a bike? I don't know. I think probably around 5 or 6-ish, I think. I can't remember my parents teaching me, but I can remember I have certain memories of like riding around my estate with stabilisers on, and then one day they were off. And then I could just ride a bike without stabilisers. Like, you only have like flashes of memory. That's about all I can remember. Next, how many oceans have you swum in? I have swum in 1. I was in Mallorca at the time, I think. I got stung by a jellyfish and I've never been in the sea again, other than on a boat in Cuba. But I have not even paddled in the sea. I will not go near the sea when I'm on the beach. Just sit back and chill. I'm absolutely not doing that again. 9, how many countries have you visited? So, I'm from England. So there's Wales and Scotland, if you're thinking of the UK. And then outside the UK, we've got Cuba, Turkey, Cyprus, Spain, America, so 7, I think. Did I say Cyprus? I think that's it. Number 10, is anyone in your family in the army? Not that I know of. I'm not in touch with a lot of my family, but not that I know of. 11 and 12 we're going to put together. What would you name your daughter if you had one? What would you name your son? So daughter, I've always liked the name Sasha. I don't know why. It's just a name that I've always liked. And I do like the name Maddie. I've always liked the name Maddie. Really Maddie, not Madison. I like the name Maddie. For a boy, I do like the I do like the name Tobias, and I know that it would get shortened to Toby, and wouldn't be the most thrilled about that, but I do like the name Tobias. That's mostly comes from my dad, because if my sister or me were a boy, he liked the name Leon Tobias, and I do like the name Leon. I do also like the name Oliver and the name Logan, but my cousin has said that if she has a boy, she wants to call him Logan. None of us are anywhere near having kids yet, but I'd feel a bit harsh calling my child Logan if I had him before her. It'd be a bit hard, and saying that she's always thought that was a name that she loved. So yeah, those are the names, just random. Number 13, what was the worst grade you got on a test? It was a D. It was in physics. My teacher hated me. I was a loudmouth that distracted the class. I was always easily distracted as well, and he was just so boring, so I made it my mission to be as disruptive in that particular class as possible and pay as little attention as possible. My attention wandered so much in that class, and yeah, Mr. Naylor really hated me. I felt like he did anyway. 14, what was your favourite TV show as a kid? Plenty. There was Charmed, I watched. When I was younger, I watched Rugrats and Arnold, Hey Arnold and Recess, that kind of thing. I watched SMTV Live every Saturday morning with Aunt Dec and Cat. I watched The Tribe on Milkshake. But then as I got like teen years, it was like That's So Raven, Wizards of Waverly Place, Hannah Montana. I did get a little bit too old for that at one point, but I still watched it because it was a guilty pleasure. So yeah, all of them. What did you dress up as for Halloween when you were 8? So that's a very specific age. I don't know that specific year when I was 8 what I wore, but generally I would be a witch. I think maybe one day I went as a skeleton, but the majority of the time I just wanted to be a witch. Which is kind of funny actually, because like I am one now, so. Number 16, have you read any Harry Potter, Hunger Games or Twilight? Harry Potter, yes, it was the first like series of books that I read as a young person. I've never read Twilight or the Hunger Games yet. The Hunger Games I will be reading in December because it was a 12 books 12 prompts pick from Tori, and I didn't get a chance to get around to it in the month that I picked Tori, so I will be picking up her recommendation in December and reading that. So as of this video, not yet, but by the end of 2022 I will have done. And I read all of the Harry Potters, but I have also unhauled all of the Harry Potters. I do not want to give my money or any of my attention to author for reasons. And Twilight, I am never gonna read that. The whole situation, especially as I end up looking back, is creepy as fuck, so no. 17, would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? I hate these questions. I didn't read these properly before I did this. It depends. Anyone who knows me and watches my channel, I like doing different accents. I would like to state I don't do accents well in any way, shape or form, but I still attempt them. So the ones I like to attempt are Scouse, Scottish, Cockney, if we're talking about like British accents. I like the southern accent, American accent. Give me New Orleans, Texas, like those kinds of accents that are kind of rhythmic, and I say drawly, but it's in a nice way. Sort of like slow rhythmic voices. I really like those kind of accents, and I really like the Australian accent. So yeah, that did answer the question, but there you go. 18, did your mother go to university? No, she got her O-levels and that was it. 19. Are your grandparents still married? No, they are all dead. Have you ever taken karate lessons? No, I took Thai boxing lessons for about 2 years when I was growing up. I went with my dad twice a week, and then when I went to uni I did it for 2 years and I stopped. I hate the fact that I stopped. Once I've lost my weight again, I do want to start again, just for fun and fitness, but I miss it. I miss it so much. I used to do street dancing when I was younger as well, and I miss that. Not that that was any part of the question, but there you go. Next, do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Yes. Muppets Christmas Carol is great, and if you don't know who the Muppets are, and where have you been? Next is, what was the first amusement park you visited? I think it was Flamingo Land. Or was it Camelot? I can't remember, one of those two. 23, which language would you like to be fluent in? I would love to be fluent in, I'm going to give you more than one because it's me. Spanish, German, Italian and French are the main ones I would like to be fluent in. Yeah. 24, do you spell grey with an A or an E? I think with an E. I very rarely spell that word. But I think with an E. 25, is your father bald? Yes, he is. But only because he shaves his hair. Otherwise it'd be like a fro. And it's getting grey because he's like 62 now, so yeah. Do you know triplets? No. 27, do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? The Notebook every time. Don't hate on me. I feel the Titanic is overrated. I love Kate Winslet. I love Leonardo DiCaprio's actors within their own right. But I prefer The Notebook. Don't at me. Don't at me. Next, have you ever tried Indian food? Yes, I love Indian food. Next one is, do you belong to any warehouse stores? I don't know what this means. Do you mean like, do I have accounts with stores? I don't know what this means. Next is, what would your parents have named you if you'd have been the opposite gender? I already said that. My dad wanted Leon Tobias. My mum liked Leon Luke. L names seems to be a theme with my parents because I'm Lisa, my sister is Laura. So it was just the L names that went around in their brains at the time. No way. Next is, what is your nickname? So I have many nicknames. As a child it used to be Woody or Woodsy. My best friend from around my area calls me Lisa Woo. I'm in Becca's phone as Lobster. If you know, you know. My friends that I used to hang around with when I used to do TikTok a lot used to call me Witch. Who's your favourite person in the world? Now this is mean. If you're talking family, obviously mum, dad, sister, nephews, like family. And I class Ed, my best friend from up here, as like my family. But I can't pick. So obviously my family. If you're thinking about outside of my family, it'd be the girls that I'm close to, that I talk to on a regular basis. You've probably seen all of them on my lives at some point. So I don't really need to name them, do I? But it's just the girls you'll regularly see on my lives, the girls whose lives I'm on. I don't like that question. It's mean. Next one is, would you rather live in a country or in the city? Again, I hate answering this question. In the middle, in like a towny area where I am now. So it's rural enough that I still got local amenities close by. But literally 2 minutes up the road, there's a really big park that I can walk around of one greenery. And then just a bit further out than that is like a really big hill and like moors that I can walk on. But it's not like London city centre sort of thing. Or like a big city centre. I couldn't live in a big city. Like in central big cities, I don't think. I like the middle. I like the middling bit. Like middle bit. If I was to move down to London, I'd like to move to an area that was close enough that I didn't have to travel a stupid long time for work, but far enough out that I wasn't spending a stupid amount on rent, but I could still also maybe not be too far from the countryside. Again, very vague answer. 36, can you whistle? Yes, I can. There we go. I used to be able to do the one with the fingers in your mouth, but this now prevents me from doing that. 37, do you sleep with a nightlight? No, I don't. I do breakfast every morning. I unfortunately don't. I try, but a lot of times I do forget recently. Do you take any daily pills or medication? Yes, I do. The next one is, what medication do you have? So I take naproxen for my plantar fasciitis, I take war retention tablets, I take a multivitamin every day, and because I've had surgery, I need to take a tablet every day to stop me from getting an ulcer. Number 41, how many times have you been to hospital? That I can remember, as a patient, probably 4 or 5, I think. Number 42, have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes, just keep swimming. Number 43, where do you buy your jeans? I don't wear jeans. I don't like jeans. And that's it really. Next, what's the last compliment you got? I don't know. I can't remember. My friends compliment me all the time. My family, I can't pinpoint specifically when. Do you usually remember your dreams? 9 times out of 10, yes. Next is, what flavour tea do you enjoy? Biscuit tea! Biscuit tea is the way forward. I do enjoy like fruit teas, and I enjoy green teas that have some taste to them that are not just pure green tea. I do like the Twinings tea that's like flavoured green tea, like fruity green tea. That makes sense. Next one is, how many pairs of shoes do you currently own? So I did clear some out a few days ago. I owned about 7. But only 2 pairs of those are heels, and I'm still debating whether or not to get rid of them because I don't usually wear heels. The rest are like trainers. Next, what religion would you raise your children to practice? Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I do not judge you if you raise your child with a particular religion. I would never do that. It is your prerogative to raise your child how you wish. I personally would not raise them with any kind of religion. I would wait until they were old enough to understand what it meant to follow religion and let them make their own choice and research the religions themselves if they showed an interest in it. I wouldn't actively teach it, and I wouldn't actively deter them away from it. I would just let them grow as they did, and I would just let them grow up, just believing whatever they felt was right for them, and just they decided to follow any particular religion and they knew what it meant to do that. And I believe that if you're going to practice a religion, I believe that if you are going to follow religion and practice a religion, you need to do it properly. So if they understood what following that religion would entail doing, if there was any particular requirements for like Islam and the amount of times you need to pray a day and things like that, I would make sure they understood the commitment that certain religions take to follow. And I would just be supportive at that point. 49, how old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? Can't remember. I just remember some years when I was younger getting presents from Santa, and then there was all of a sudden Santa's name wasn't on my presents anymore. But I can't remember when I stopped believing. I think it was before I went into secondary school, but not long before. My parents were the kind of parents that sort of left me to believe as long as I wanted to. Like, my parents were the kind of parents that wanted to let me believe for as long as possible. So I think it was probably just from secondary school, I think. And then the last question is, why do you have a blog? So I have a channel, I don't have a blog. I used to have a blog, but then I got tired of writing so much. And I couldn't keep up with all the posts. But I have a vlog, I have a channel, I have social media to keep in touch with people that, just to find people that have similar interests to me, and just to connect with people and talk about things I enjoy, just like sharing my thoughts on things. So that's why I initially started the channel. I've now grown to have like a really nice friendship group. More and more people seem to be joining the friendship group, which I'm loving, and I'm just enjoying it. And I will continue to do this until there is a point, if ever, that I stop enjoying it. I would like to tag a few people, but I know that this is going around the houses quite a lot. Like, it's going around a lot of people. So if you haven't already done this tag, then I tag you, because I don't know who has and who hasn't done it. I don't think Smashley has, so I'm going to tag you, Smash. I don't think Katie and Andy have, so I'm also tagging you two. Just trying to think who else hasn't done it. Just going to keep it there for now. I know Olivia hasn't done it yet, but Olivia hasn't uploaded for a while, so I know that Becca has tagged her. I don't think Chelsea from Not So Secret Bookaholic has done it, so I'm going to tag you as well, Chelsea. And if any of you have already done it, I'm sorry. My mind has just gone blank at this point. But thank you very much for watching. If you do like me and you want to see more from me, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to let me know you're here and you don't have anything to say, then just pop a black heart in the comments. It's very much appreciated. And as always, there's a Google form down below for you to give me some book recommendations for the reviews that I want to film for next year. Give me some extra books to read. Anyway, thank you for your time. Bye.
You in the backyard of your old farm in the summer.